The real story behind Agas TV. A story of trust, sacrifice, and lessons learned. The beginning of the story. My name is Stanislaus, founder of Zion Web Technologies. Before Agas TV, I had a small computer center where I typed and printed documents for people, taught computer skills, and trained students on website design. In 2011, I was invited by an NGO to teach web design during a free training program in a Redeemed church at Surulere. That was where I met Mr. Jackson. He was one of my students. At that time, I had no idea that this meeting would later shape one of the biggest lessons of my life. Here is the vision. After the training, Mr. Jackson stayed close. He would visit me often, and over time we built trust. One day, he shared his dream with me. He told me about his talent for comedy, his passion for making people laugh, and his desire to earn money from comedy skits. He asked me to help him. The funny part was, at that time, I did not even fully understand how YouTube worked. But I believed in possibility. I believed we could make it. What started as teacher and student slowly became partnership. The investment. In 2020, I received a COVID-19 loan from the federal government. Instead of spending it carelessly, I made a decision. I used that money to buy a camera for our dream. I gave the camera to Mr. Jackson so he could begin shooting comedy skits. He was a school teacher then. After school, he would gather his crew, shoot the skits, edit them, and bring them to me. I handled the uploads, channel management, and marketing to grow our presence on YouTube and Facebook. We were full of hope. We believed one day we would all smile to the bank, including the crew. Our agreement was simple: 50-50 profit sharing after expenses. But everything was verbal. Nothing was written down. That was my first mistake. Bigger dreams, bigger risk. Later, Mr. Jackson brought another idea. He wanted to produce a Nollywood movie with notable actors. The plan was simple. Once the movie was released, it would be sold for profit, and we would share 50-50 after expenses. Again, I believed. Again, I trusted. He asked for 50,000 naira as support for the production. I gave it. Later, when his father-in-law passed away, he wrote to borrow another 50,000 naira for burial travel expenses. I gave that too. At another point, the camera developed a fault. I paid about 55,000 naira to repair it. Even when the crew became frustrated and suspicious, thinking money was already coming in, I still spent money taking them to a restaurant to encourage them and keep hope alive. Everything was built on faith. Everything was built on trust. Everything was built on tomorrow. The reality. Eventually, we reached 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. Everyone celebrated. We thought money would finally start coming. But reality hit us hard. The content was not strong enough. The audience was not engaged enough. The income we expected did not come. The dream was not paying. The pressure increased. The crew started complaining. Hope started fading. Then one day, I noticed something worse. Mr. Jackson had stopped shooting. When I asked for the camera, he told me the camera had spoiled, but he never returned it. Till today, the camera is still with him. That was when I understood something painful. Sometimes the greatest loss is not money. It is trust. Here is the lesson. I invested money. I invested time. I invested belief. I invested friendship. I invested trust. But the greatest thing I gained was wisdom. I learned that not every partner is truly a partner. I learned that business must never depend only on verbal agreement. I learned that faith must be balanced with structure. And I learned that trust must be protected. Agas TV was not just a business journey. It was a life lesson, a painful one, but also a necessary one. The closing line. I invested money, trust, and belief. But the greatest profit I gained was wisdom. Here is the final message. If you are building something with someone, write it down. Protect your peace. Protect your investment. Protect your future. Because not every smile means loyalty, and not every partner is meant for the finish line. This is the real story behind Agas TV. What hurts more, losing money or losing trust? Tell me honestly in the comments. Please, I want to ask you for a favor. Look up if are watching on YouTube and click to watch this comedy skit done in 2020. COVID-19 free food. Honestly, it will make you laugh. God bless you.